Okay, welcome Nina. I want to present, I will read in Spanish your profile just so people joining know a little bit about you. Nina es fundadora y directora creativa de Streaming Museum, inaugurado en la ciudad de Nueva York en el 2008, en la cúspide de una nueva ola de expansión de Internet, la cultura de la pantalla y los dispositivos móviles. Fue concebido como un experimento de arte público utilizando tecnologías para producir y presentar programas de arte internacionales e ideas visionarias en espacios públicos y centros culturales en 7 continentes. Y el experimento streamingmuseum.org se desarrolló a lo largo de los años. Los programas del museo han llegado a millones, desde el Polo Norte al Polo Sur, desde ciudades del mundo hasta lugares remotos. Well, Nina, you are so very welcome to this space, and please go ahead with your presentation.
Thank you, Alejandra. I'm very happy to be here with you. So today I'm going to introduce you to Streaming Museum and talk about how art relates to the theme of this program today. So Streaming Museum launched in 2008 in New York City. It was just an experiment to use the new wave of technologies that were expanding around the world. And I wanted to produce programs of art and culture and international affairs and circulate them around the world. So programs have reached millions of people on 7 continents since 2008, online on the website, at cultural and educational centers and commercial locations. This is a picture of our program of Bjork, the singer, in Times Square, and then it traveled to 7 continents for an exhibition called Nordic Outbreak. Then over 160 artists and 125 collaborators have worked with us all over the world, from North Pole to South Pole, world cities to remote locations. And we've promoted the cultures and interconnectivity of society and brought attention to historic events and world affairs. And then there are sponsors and foundations who gain visibility by participating. This is an image of Antarctica. We've done several projects down there too. And these are images of some of the locations around the world and some of the programs, from Romania to New York to Australia to Milan to Google headquarters in New York City. And then Hong Kong and Scandinavia, Sao Paulo, just to name a few locations. So the topic of this panel discussion, or this discussion, is imagining a future that is transformative, sustainable, and circular. So, but what is the role of the arts in all of this? So the use of internet and screens has dramatically increased since I began Streaming Museum in 2008. And so has the realization that the arts in all mediums, including documentaries of all sorts of people with mobile phones, snapping images and video, it all has great impact on society. And through technology and public space, the arts can reach millions. So there is this wonderful scientific report that found that when 10% of a population holds an unshakable belief, their belief will always be adopted by the majority of society. So we have this great power in our hands with the internet and public spaces to spread the word about what the arts have to say about society and the world. So There are 3 points I want to make about why art is essential. The first one is that art is the ultimate universal communicator of complex ideas, what astronaut Nicole Stott said at one of our programs that she was participating in. She made the case that scientists and professionals in other fields need the arts to help them explain their work to the general public. So this was evident in various programs that we've done with scientists and astronauts and neuroscientists, artificial intelligence experts, global economic experts. This is a program, A View from the Cloud, that we presented at the UN Church Center, and the Center Point Now publication that we recently published. That's the publication of World Council of People for the United Nations that I co-produced. And we align artists with the different topics of the experts. This was a program, an outdoor program across the street from the UN. So these are some artworks that are doing just that. They are explaining the complex statistics and research that different professionals want to get across to the general public. This is a data visualization artwork by Debbie Simmons that shows climate change from 1972 to 2100, and you can see the degradation of the earth over that time. This is an artist, Jana Winderen, who goes to deep places around the world, underwater, into the earth, to listen to the earth, to listen to the different species underwater, to see how they're changing over periods of time, which is helpful to scientists. This is a really interesting series by Ligrano Reese, where they have these ice sculptures and they place them. This one called The Future was during the climate change marches, and it melted down. And then this one on the right was Truth, that was melted during some period of time when Trump was in office. So they're really beautiful to watch in video. And then indigenous populations. This is a dance work, and I have it on video. The indigenous populations who respect nature and believe in following nature. And then an article that I wrote for Center Point Now about on the left, you see the portrait of a poet and humanist that Botticelli painted. His name is Marullo. And on the right, an artificial intelligence, a robot. And the point I was making is that humanism through the ages will someday, robots have to teach humans to be humanists in case they forget along the way, as they're being programmed with, human characteristics today. So the second thing is the arts are essential because the arts have the ability to influence and motivate people to engage in critical issues, changing minds by changing hearts, and they can be considered essential among innovators who are developing solutions to world problems addressed in the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So here are some artworks by artists who are dealing with some of the critical issues. Richard Mosse and his series of using this special kind of film military surveillance film, Incoming, about mass migration. These are documentaries that we've made at Streaming Museum. This was for Occupy Wall Street several years ago. Another video we've made with the hip hop group Magna Carta, this particular song about life in the projects at the poverty line. And a beautiful work by Shazia Sikandar, challenging the status quo in cultures and politics. So all of these artists have their perspectives on these issues that politicians, that scientists, that people, professionals across fields need to connect their ideas to people. And then my dear friends, Land Art Generator Initiative, who will be speaking soon, they're creating these incredible artworks that produce renewable energy. They're having getting together all the designers of these incredible projects and promoting them around the world. So the third thing is that we learn about faraway places, events, and people's lives through the arts, and they move our body and mind, inspire creative thinking, imagine the future, bring us to a state of awe and wonder. And here are some examples. These are shot in different locations around the world, either by Streaming Museum or our partners. Dramatic, immersive artworks, dance and music, space, of course, the experience of astronauts as they view the Earth in space. Works by different artists that spark the imagination about the future and the capabilities of human genius and beauty. And that's it for today. Thank you.
There is my microphone on. Okay. Thank you, Nina. So interesting. Agree, not only art, but also this kind of events where we are right now, Diálogos del Presente, will contribute to especially focus on children, that they can learn and get from us any tool imaginable and possible to make a change.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Nina, I want to thank you so much for your presentation. I hope to see you again soon, hopefully here in the same platform, and talk about art and all the impact that it has around the world.
Yes, thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.